Hello, children. How are you doing? Many times you must have come across many people amongst your social circle who must be highly qualified, highly knowledgeable, and well placed in the society. And you must have noticed a striking similarity amongst all of them. Have you noticed? Can you tell me? Yes, the striking similarity is that they all are self motivated. Now, what makes a person self motivated? And can we identify the characteristics of a self motivated person? Let's do that. But before we do that, I would like to share a story with you, a real life story of our very dear, of our very own missile man and the ex president of India, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Dr. Kalam was born in the city of Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. His father was into the business of boat building, and as bad luck would have it, a cyclone struck the city of Rameswaram and his father's business collapsed. But his father did not lose heart. Rather, he started working on rebuilding his business. So it was the time when Dr. Kalam learnt the importance of crisis management in one's life. And since he was exposed to the wood and the metals since his childhood, he always wanted to become an engineer. As a child of 8 years, Dr. Kalam was very fond of watching the birds fly and always wanted to fly like them. So, a child of 8 years decided to become an aeronautical engineer. And when he was pursuing his dream of aeronautical engineering at Madras Institute of Technology, once it so happened that one of his teachers asked him to make a design, aeronautical design for an aircraft. Dr. Kalam, as usual, worked very hard on it, made the design, and presented it to the teacher. Surprisingly, the teacher didn't like it and rejected it outrightly and asked him to make it again, that too within 3 days, otherwise his scholarship might be withdrawn. Now, Dr. Kalam knew that he won't be able to lose his scholarship, which was his lifeline. So he again worked very hard on the project, that too without a scientific calculator which he could not afford, and he did all the calculations manually. And finally, he could present the design to the teacher, and this time the teacher not only appreciated it but applauded it. So, Dr. Kalam realized that the deadlines do not exist. They are actually in our minds. And if we are able to work with utmost dedication and devotion towards the fulfillment of our goals, we can definitely achieve them. After the completion of his bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering, Dr. Kalam wanted to be a flying pilot, but he lost his dream job just by 1 mark. Again, he did not lose heart, accepted his failure quite modestly, and believed that God has bigger plans for him. And how right he was! Soon he was working with DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, and then with ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and was instrumental in launching satellite vehicles in India for the first time, ballistic missiles like Agni and Prithvi, and many more. And soon he became a household name in India and was fondly known as Missile Man. And then he went on to become the 11th President of India, and rest is history. So, dear children, from the life story of Dr. Kalam, we can clearly see that he is the most glaring example of a self motivated person because he kept on scaling the heights in his life despite the oddities and the hardships which the life had subjected him to. So I think now we can identify the characteristics of a self motivated person based upon Dr. Kalam's life. So, the characteristics of a self motivated person are: number one, a self motivated person realizes or identifies his goals or ambitions in life at a very early stage. Number two, he leads a passionately felt life with a well defined purpose and with utmost devotion and dedication towards the fulfillment of his goals. He always competes with himself, not with others. He doesn't feel discouraged or disheartened over the failures. Number five, he is always ready to learn from his mistakes and to improve upon them for his own betterment. So, dear children, I hope now you will agree with me that self motivation is the only way to climb the ladder of success and glory. Thank you. God bless you.